Yo, the enemy's public, I gotta keep my eyes open. Pay attention, stop walking around like you blindfolded. This not the World Cup, but Nasir be kicking knowledge. This the type of information you can never learn in college. It's time to fight back, it's no more trying to play it cool. We got interviews, podcasts, and got the latest news. So sit back and relax, we about to get it started. Earth is a canvas, and guess who's the con artist? They brainwashing us, the system corrupted. You are now rocking with the enemy's public. You are now rocking with the enemy's public. I said you are now rocking with the enemy's public. Hey.
A deadly chokehold. Daniel Penny's lawyers started a defense fund for their client, and it is getting a lot of donations. We're talking about millions of dollars. Fox 5's Briella Tomasetti joins us with just how much has been raised so far and exactly what that money will be used for. Good morning, Briella.
Good morning to you, Dan. Daniel Penny's lawyers launched that defense fund on Tuesday, and in less than a week, thousands of donors raced to his aid, raising about $1.9 million so far. At one point, there was such a surge in web traffic, the site froze. It even had to be disabled for more than 1 hour. Meanwhile, lawyers for Jordan Neely's family say justice has yet to be served and are calling for a more serious charge against him. An attorney for Daniel Penny, the man charged with second-degree manslaughter in the subway death of Jordan Neely, maintained his client's innocence after he turned himself in at the NYPD's 5th Precinct Friday morning.
He's dealing with the situation, like I said, with the sort of integrity and honor that is characteristic of who he is, characteristic of his honorable service in the United States Marine Corps. And, you know, he has his head held up.
The 24-year-old Long Island veteran walked out in handcuffs just over 2 hours later and was arraigned at the Manhattan Criminal Courthouse. He was released on $100,000 bail. A crowd-funded defense fund for Penny has raised nearly $2 million. His lawyers launched it last week, explaining that most proceeds will cover legal fees and any extra money will be donated to a mental health advocacy program in New York City. Penny's defense team argues he was defending himself and others when he put Neely in a fatal chokehold on a northbound F train 2 weeks ago. The incident has sparked outrage and heightened political divisiveness across the city. Neely, a former Michael Jackson impersonator who has a history of mental health issues, homelessness, and a criminal record with more than 40 arrests, was reportedly behaving erratically and threatening other passengers before Penny stepped in. The medical examiner's office ruled Neely's death a homicide, prompting the Manhattan DA's office to investigate until senior prosecutors determined there was probable cause to arrest Penny.
Should Daniel Penny be charged with manslaughter? Absolutely. Because he acted with indifference.
A small group of mourners gathered in Washington Square Park following Penny's arrest. A GoFundMe page has been set up to pay for the costs of Neely's funeral, which will take place later this week. So far, it's raised more than $120,000.
Even though he couldn't smile, he made other people smile. That's who Jordan was.
Neely will be laid to rest at the Mount Nebo Baptist Church this Friday, where Reverend Al Sharpton has been asked to deliver his eulogy. Dan will send it back.
Peace. This is the enemy's public. I am Bro.Nasir. Now, white supremacists are making Daniel Penny a hero by proxy. And what exactly is a proxy? A proxy is the authority to represent someone else, a figure that could be used to represent the value of something, a person authorized to act on behalf of another. Now, they're making this man out to be a good Samaritan when he's not a Samaritan at all. He's a coward. He snuck up behind a man who's a lot smaller than he is and put him in a chokehold and choked him until he died. And you had some people hindering him from defending himself. You seen a man grabbing his arm and holding his arm while another man had him in a chokehold, that man should be charged as an accessory to the murder of Jordan Neely. The man was trying to loosen the chokehold that Daniel Penny had him in, and you had some, I guarantee you he's an immigrant who was holding the man's arms while another man choked him to death. And from my understanding, the people was telling Daniel Penny to stop. You're going to kill him. But that didn't stop this wicked demon for continuously strangling the man until he died. And you have people actually celebrating what this man did. If someone is on a subway who are mentally ill, I'm going to tell you, it's a lot of mentally ill people in New York, a lot of them. And if a man is saying that he's hungry and he's obviously homeless, the remedy to that situation is not to sneak up behind him and choke him until he dies. Even if it's temporarily, a few dollars would have remedied that situation. But that's the way Caucasian men do things. Either they'll sneak up behind a smaller man who I consider a soft target, unless he has hand and feet skills. But he sneak up behind a smaller man and grab him in a chokehold. Or they will move on you like pack dogs, like hyenas, like foxes, like pack dogs. That's how they do things. They'll either jump you or they'll sneak up on you. That's how they do things. They're the same people who would, in Florida, start some shit with you, and as soon as you go upside their head, they pull a gun out and shoot you, standing their ground after they the one who started the whole incident. Now, Daniel Pantaleo of Staten Island, or Pantelio, I think it's Pantelio, Daniel Pantelio, NYPD officer who snuck up behind Eric Garner and put him in the same chokehold. Now, if chokeholds are banned by police, again, that's why I say he's a white supremacist hero by proxy. Now, if a chokehold is banned by the police departments, why do a citizen feel compelled to sneak up behind someone and put them in a chokehold and choke them till they die? These people are wicked, and that's the way they move. And people are celebrating them. Now, I want to play another video where Florida's governor, a Republican presidential hopeful, is praising this fellow vet, calling him a fellow vet. This means that no matter what he does, he can do no wrong because he's a fellow vet. And referred to Jordan Neely as a inmate. The same man who don't want America's true history to be told, calling it critical race theory and making it unlawful to teach America's violent, wicked history. Making it unlawful to do so will actually put you in jail for it.
One more.
The give, send, go of Daniel Penny, this guy, this former Marine up in New York, who defended people on the subway.
And listen how this demon who's asking the question, this demon's asking the question, setting the narrative, saying that he defended. The only person who committed a crime on that subway was Daniel Penny, an act of murder. That's the only person who committed a crime on that subway. Having a bad day is not a goddamn crime. And stressing how you feel is not a crime.
The Gibson bill went through the roof. You were criticized for it. President Trump said he wasn't going to say anything about it yet. But a lot of people believe this man is a hero. Would you just like to comment on that situation, what happened in New York with that Marine defending people in the subway?
Well, look, as a vet, vets look out for other vets. And what we can't have in our society is inmates running the asylum. And what you saw on the subway was you saw a guy that was very dangerous. He was putting people in harm's way. He was boasting that he may do harm. And
any black man who raises his voice, they're considered dangerous. The police, even if we raise our voice, will render us as dangerous. The police will anger us, push buttons, and then ask us why we're so angry after making us angry. This is another white supremacist supporting a white supremacist. That's all it is.
And I think to be able to step in as a good Samaritan and protect people, I think that's...
He wasn't protecting anyone. The people who he said he was protecting was telling him to stop because he's going to kill the man. So he wasn't protecting anyone. He was being a murderous coward. And he, after hearing the people telling him to stop, kept choking the man for 15 minutes.
That's something that was the right thing to do. And I don't think he should be prosecuted. I think you have a prosecutor there that sides with the criminal element over law-abiding citizens. And when people have the temerity to fight back against the criminal element, he goes after them. And so hopefully with him...
It is against the law to sneak up behind someone and choke them. So a prosecutor who would arrest and prosecute a criminal is going by the law. See, Ron DeSantis is in that state where white people can start shit and then get their ass whipped and pull a gun out and shoot somebody. Ron DeSantis is in a state where a 30-plus-year-old man can follow a 17-year-old and gun him down and get away with it. That's the same state that Ron DeSantis is in.
Him raising all this money, he's going to be able to beat this case. I hope the charges are dropped, but if they're not...
They raised over $2 million for his defense fund, for Daniel Penny's defense fund. $2.1 million and counting for this man's defense fund to defend a outright murderous criminal.
I think he's going to be able to win in the end. All right, everybody. God bless y'all. Thank you. This guy is all about politics. He comes in, his whole thing is he doesn't want people to be in jail. He wants to downgrade felonies to misdemeanors. Really, really dangerous stuff. They're trying to do all these legal gymnastics to try to act like it's a felony when almost every other time he's trying to take the felonies and downgrade them to misdemeanors. This guy is doing politics. He has an agenda. That is not the rule of law.
Let's go.
This is a video by the Super Negro who loves everybody except himself and his own people. The Super Negro, the self-hating Negro, Brandon Tatum. He's going to defend a man who murdered a young man on the subway, calling him a hero and donating money to his fund. He, at this time, he had over $1 million. And Brandon Tatum donated $1,000 to his fund.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies, I normally start this video out by doing an advertisement, but today is going to be a different day. I want you, and I want to draw your attention to the gifts and go for Daniel Penny, the ex-Marine who I consider to be a hero that decided to take action as a citizen to prevent a lunatic from hurting people on the train, and now they charged him with second-degree manslaughter. Now he's been able to raise $1.3 million. And I know there's some people right now that are thinking, well, that's enough.
Peace to my brother, the Tad Show. Salute to you, brother. Thanks for coming through.
Now, run it up. Run it up. Because when these thugs get out here and...
See, thug is a key word for black man or nigga. And he obviously don't have mirrors in his house. Obviously. And I can't wait for this Negro to get his nigga wake up call. I swear, I hope I live to see he get his nigga wake up call, because he think he's going to retire from this. But white supremacists break their tools when they're done with him. He's going to be broken when they're done with his stupid ass.
And do something, they run up the scope. They $5, $10, $15 million. And these people have been nothing but a detriment. So I just want to make it a...
He said, these people, this is what happened when you're not raised right. When you're raised by someone who don't love themselves. This is the same man who slapped his own mother. He said it himself, the same man who slapped his own mother. You can't take anything of value. You won't get nothing of value from a man who slapped his own mother. As a matter of fact, he shouldn't even be here if he have a sibling, because he was my brother and he raised his voice at my mother. He wouldn't even be here today.
To the point that you got to put your money where your mouth is at. And I'm not expecting everybody to give the same amount of money, but I just want y'all to look at this number right here, because this is what B. Tatum gave. Because I want to do something to be substantial in helping this young man. I don't care how much it is. How much if God bless you, that's how much you should give. And I don't care if he got 1.3 million. Forget that. Put something in the bank. Even if you did $1. If 1 million people did $1, that'd be $1 million. And why are you doing that? Because we need to shove it in the face of these fools. We need to represent and show that we're going to stand up for people that are doing the right thing. And screw these people who are sitting there terrorizing people. And when good guys do something, we just leave them out.
So he's a good guy. He's a much larger guy. And because he snuck up behind a much smaller guy and choked him until he died, that's what makes him a good guy. What a silly Negro.
I'm out to dry. And that ain't how I roll. I'm not going to leave. And I wasn't even in the Marines. I'm not going to leave my battle buddy behind. So get on there and give something. Give Send Go. We'll put the link in the description section. Put your money where your mouth at. Put your money where your faith at. Now, let's talk about this for a minute, because it made me mad. And I talk about it on the radio. I haven't had a chance to speak about it to you guys on the YouTube channel. But this young man was charged with second. Nobody's talking about the fact that a lady came out and complained about 10 years ago about Neely no longer being the Michael Jackson protege, but he was actually a crazy lunatic. At times would threaten people on the train. At times would be belligerent shouting obscenities.
The man has a mental illness. The man was screaming that he was hungry. The remedy for that is to give him a few dollars so he can eat, or give him an opportunity to make some money if you are able to do that so the man can eat. The man obviously would work because he was out there impersonating Michael Jackson and getting money for that. See, I can't stand a nigga who don't have no compassion for his own people. He is the worst kind of person. You know what? I will actually pay homage to a drug dealer before I pay homage to a nigga like that, because at least some drug dealers love their people. And I hate drug dealers, but a drug dealer would get more respect than a sellout nigga, a silly sellout nigga. And he needs to know that, again, he will not retire from this. When they're done with his stupid ass, they're going to break him like they do every other tool of white supremacy.
All of the above, all of the crazy that he was doing the day he died. That's who he was. They want to post a picture of him 40 years ago when he was trying to be Michael Jackson. That wasn't who was under the hold of the Marine. And I don't even want to go there by saying it was a chokehold, all that stupid stuff. We got a video right here. We'll put it right here somewhere. That I explained the whole thing about the chokehold and the difference between that. It wasn't a chokehold. The guy put him in a hole.
The man died. His death was rendered a homicide. Another thing, he thinks he knows everything. This is a man who was a cop for only 5-6 years, a patrolman. He quit the Tucson, Arizona Police Department to start doing what he's doing right now. He has a lot of subscribers, 2.33 million subscribers, because he's pandering to white people. And I guarantee you the vast majority of his supporters and subscribers don't look nothing like him. He's a wannabe honorary white supremacist and proud of it.
We'll talk to control the head. So what was he doing? Controlling the head. He had his hand on his forehead and his arm like this. This is not a chokehold, bro. Now, subsequently, he may have died because of that. But you know,
no, it's not a chokehold. It's a sleeper hold, dummy. That's the sleeper hold he had him in for 15 minutes. You dummy.
Oh, I don't trust any of these people that's involved in this investigation because they have a vested interest to bow down to the mob. And so I argue he would need a second autopsy opinion because I feel like that you can't trust the first one.
So you're going to say you know better than a medical examiner. Brandon Tatum, a quitter, a loser, someone who didn't cut it, someone who wanted to be a professional football player but didn't make it, so he became a cop and then he quit that. A quitter gonna tell us about a medical examination, an autopsy? Are you serious?
Alvin Bragg charging this man, you can't trust that, in my opinion.
Alvin Bragg charged the man because he's the prosecutor, and at least he's not sneaking up behind him and choking him to death, which is what Daniel Penny did. Daniel not worth a damn penny did. Snuck up behind the man and choked him to death. And people are hailing this coward as a hero.
Because all these people do is do political bullcrap.
This is what he was doing. He was shouting that he was hungry, that he was thirsty, and he had little to live for. Hungry, thirsty, and little to live for.
And that totally.
Where was the humanity of anyone that was on that train?
That's a good question. Where was the humanity of the people who was on that train when a few dollars could have temporarily remedied that situation?
I would have given him money. I would have tried to give him food. I would have tried to help. This is someone in need, in desperate need. And I am ashamed that someone that was part of our armed forces decided to become a vigilante.
Someone who's a trained killer and knew what he was doing. And when the people told him to stop, he still did it for at least, 15 minutes. He choked the man in a sleeper hold.
Vigilante and kill him. And that's how I feel about it. Okay.
And I remember the mother, and I just interviewed her the other day. The mother whose son had gotten killed.
Enough of this nigga's voice. I don't want to hear this nigga's voice again. He's getting on my nerves. I had to turn that bullshit off. I had enough of that. I can't wait till he get his nigga wake up call. Peace to Jonathan Taylor. Peace to Grateful. Peace to my brother, Bronze Flat Power God. Peace to the brother, the Taz Show. I'm going to put the link in the chat. I'm not going long, but anyone wants to tap in may do so. I'm going to put the link in the chat. And every time that we see something happen like this, Brandon Tatum will come out in defense of the perpetrator. Anyone who do harm to one of us, he'll come out and he will side with them. I've never, even when Breonna Taylor was murdered, even when Tatiana Jefferson was murdered, he sided with the white supremacist. He's a wannabe honorary white supremacist. That's who Brandon Tatum is. And it's been several people who called him out. The brother Rashad Ritchie of Indisputed, he called him out several times and checked him. And he had nothing to say. But every time something happened with one of us, Brandon Tatum would side with our open and consistent enemy. This Negro makes me sick. He makes me sick. 1 second, Jonathan Taylor. Mic check, Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah, you can hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, man, I'm from New York. Yeah, I'm from New York, man, and that story, man, made me upset, man. And the bad thing about it is we got a nigga for a mayor, and it seems like this nigga showing more interest for this white boy than somebody that look like him. It's a damn shame, bro. Damn, it's a shame.
Yeah, that pissed me off too, brother. He always telling us to remain patient and wait for them to do the investigation. You seen the video. That's all the investigation you need. You seen the video. The man choked the brother for 15 minutes until he died. That's all you need. See, the problem I have, I'm glad I don't live in New York, brother. I feel for you having to deal with that Negro over there. He's a retired police captain. He don't realize that he's in a different capacity of employment now. You're supposed to serve the people, not the police.
That's right.
And the police is not doing their job. They arrested him, but people are hailing this dude as a hero, like he did something great.
Hero, what the hell did he do? The man was on the train He was hungry. He was just asking people to help him. He didn't pull out no weapon, right? Did he pull out a weapon? Did he threaten
No,
anybody? Did he come
no.
up to anybody in their face like he wanted to hurt them? The man was asking
According
for
to
help.
the people, no. According to the people, no, brother.
Thank you. So
The people that try
how
to
would,
no.
yeah, can I say this? So how the hell he was a threat? If he didn't come on there threatening nobody, he didn't have no goddamn weapon, how was he a damn threat? I done been on the train. Can I say this? Sorry for cut you off. I live in New York, so you know I've been on them damn trains, right?
Yep.
And I done seen people on them trains, man, you know, that ain't got nothing to eat, hungry, just come on there. Hey, could you spare a couple of, a couple of quarters, $1 or something? I ain't never been on no train here in New York where any man looking for, hungry or something, come on with a weapon or something, threaten nobody. This city here, if you live in this damn city, it's a damn disgrace to live in New York, bro. Every damn thing is high as hell here, man. We paying almost $3 to get on the goddamn train or bus here in this city. You feel me? The people in this, you got all these damn rich people in this country, and they got all this damn money to let these goddamn migrants and shit, illegal aliens in this country. But the people who built this goddamn country, they don't want to give you a goddamn dime for your labor.
Fact, brother. Now, like the immigrants that come over there, they're giving them free housing, thousands of dollars a month. You know what I'm saying? Putting them in 5-star hotels and stuff, and which is crazy. Peace to the sister Grateful. How you doing? Thanks for
great day. I caught this story like late, you know what I'm saying? And what I came up here to say, I'm not gonna, I don't want to hold you because I know you be up here long. I wanted to say that, I really don't appreciate that they like to play on our heartstrings, right? And when I look at stories like this, it reminds me constantly of all of the stories of a Timothy McVeigh, or all of these things that they're constantly placing in our face to get us to still go along with their narratives, right? And what it is that they're giving to us, and try to get us in a defense. You know what I'm saying? They're attempting to try to place us in a position to want to be harmful towards them. They have no idea who we truly are. You understand what I'm saying? We are not. We don't have to do any of that, because your workings, that what these said things that are happening, your workings that you think that you're going to subdue us, you can't, because you will never outlast us. If that makes any sense to anybody that's listening, they will never outlast us. So the harm that you think that you're placing upon us won't do. Those bodies that you think you're taking, all you're really doing is placing it back in the ether, meaning the ether is coming back even stronger every single time. And I'll let my brother go. But catch that, okay?
You were saying something before you dropped off, Brother Jonathan. Mic check. Yeah, but I don't like the fact that he's being held as a hero, and people raised $2.1 million to defend this guy. They raised a lot of money to defend him. And the lawyer started the fundraising. The lawyer did. That's crazy. The lawyer started the fundraising.
Is that not the same thing they did for Zimmerman? Oh, I'm not trying to cut you off, but they did the same thing for Zimmerman, and they did the same thing for the guy.
I think it was a GoFundMe.
Yeah, Zimmerman, the cop for George Floyd. It's been several times they do that. They do it to play on your heartstrings. This is what they do. But see, they not with what they don't understand about us. We don't have to do that. We really don't, people. I mean, I know what has happened. I know what they place in our faces day in and day out. I would ask my brothers and sisters, go and sit, go and with your mind state, go and put the energy out there to say, oh no, this is not gonna happen. Don't put it here to say, oh, this is woo 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 woo. Go and say what it is. And once you go and say what it is, that's what's gonna happen because we are of this. Like we gotta transverse the energy. They're alluding to your who you are to play on your heartstrings to get you invested in what they are attempting to do. They can't attempt to do nothing else. We
Look
got to
how
stop
big.
playing.
Look how big this guy is. Look how big he is. That's a big guy who sneaked up behind a small guy and put him in a chokehold from the back. And then you had somebody hindering him from taking the chokehold off him, holding the man's hands. When he was trying to take that chokehold off him, somebody grabbed both of the man's hands and held his hands while somebody choked him. Why isn't that person arrested too? They aided and abetted a damn murder.
And this is all true.
And I know it wasn't, and I know for a fact that it's not no brothers, wasn't no brothers on that train. Not watching that. Nope.
Nah,
Not no American anyway.
Nah, hell no.
We don't
But
watch that shit. We don't watch that.
But the problem, like when you played that video with that cat, man, that's our main problem, that we got these coon ass niggas that's so willing to support white supremacy when they see that they people getting destroyed, killed, and murdered in these streets of America by these white supremacists who are on the police force. Okay, what's so damn hard? Are you standing up for your damn people, nigga? The money mean that much to you? That's what make me sick with our people, bro. The money, yo, dude. We got a people. I'm gonna keep it 100, man. The Bible talk about 1/3 and 2/3. I'm gonna put it in this context. 2/3 of our people ain't worth shit, man. I'm gonna keep it real, because to see our people, man, always selling their own out to get on the white man's good side, man. That shit is ridiculous, man. But this is the kind of coonish ass nation we come from, because we come from a coonish ass niggas nation of a people, man. Still to this damn day, still don't know what brotherhood is, don't know what sisterhood is, don't got no respect for one another at all, man. But you niggas respect the one that don't look like your ass, the one that brung your forefathers and mothers over here as slaves, enslaved your ass, made you work here for 250 some odd years for free, and you niggas still love them? Get the hell out of here, man.
Oh, brother.
Well, I will say I never came over here on a boat. Neither did my family. So we're gonna correct that part.
No, but you know what I mean.
Yeah,
Overall,
I know.
I'm just saying. Yeah, I ain't saying you
No, I
personally,
got you.
but
I
you know
got
what
you,
I mean.
bro.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah. I got you, but I will say it's just the mentality of folks to see. What I'm gathering is folks is more worried about their own lives, right? But they don't understand that our lives are intertwined. Well, I won't say, when I say life, I mean the experience that we're going through is intertwined. We can make this experience greater if we only go outside of ourselves and our families, even though we know our family is the nutrient, shall I say, and put it that way, right? But however, if we go outside of that and start nurturing others as well and start picturing them as family as well, even though you're gonna have your bad seeds, then we can get back to nurturing.
Can I say
You know,
something? Were you done?
yes.
I see it like this.
Mm-hmm.
It's like if myself and brother Jonathan is trying to hash out things. We had a problem with each other. We trying to hash it out.
Yep.
No outsiders come in till we hash it out. That's it. We got to hash out our own problems before we let any outsiders in our vicinity.
How can your enemy work out your own problems?
Exactly. Because they always be the control opposition. They want to cause the problem and then give us the solution and then try to run both of us. No, we're not doing that. We're going to hash.
Now, can I say something on this thing? When this thing took place, did any of these
anybody around us?
Yeah. Oh, can I say this? Sorry, I ain't cutting you off.
Go ahead, brother.
Forgive me. When this thing, when this event happened, where was all these black leaders coming, showing their face? Did Al Sharpton show his face? I don't know if I heard anything. Huh?
He's doing the funeral. I know that much.
Yeah. Okay. But yeah, did Jesse Jackson come up, show his face? Did any black preacher from the church here in New York City demand justice for this man's death? Hell no, they didn't. You understand? It's a damn shame when your own people don't care about their own people, man. You got niggas like Candace Owens support white supremacy. You got this dumb, stupid ass woman, Ebony K. Williams, talking about black people that are blue collar workers ain't worth a damn. I mean, like, nigga,
tell them
what? But here you gonna talk about you believe in black excellences, you know, black excellence, but you still swimming in that milk. You feel me? The milk is being with the white boy.
Tell me.
Only way you pro-black is when you with somebody black. When you married a black man or black woman, that's pro-black. You can't talk pro-black and you got a Chinese wife on your arm, or a white woman or Arab or anybody else other than yourself. I'm gonna keep it 100. Sidney Poitier claimed that he was pro-black, but he had a white wife. Hello? I'm gonna keep it real again. Harry Belafonte said he was pro-black, but had a white wife. You dig what I'm saying? You can't be pro-black unless you're not with the person that look like you. That's when you pro-black. When it's all about you and nobody else. I'm gonna keep it 100. I live in New York. Everything is separate. Chinese want to deal with their own. Japanese or East Indians or whoever, they want to deal with their own. The Arab. Here's what black people in America don't understand. How could you have a black neighborhood, no black businesses there? You got everybody that open up stores in your damn community don't look like you, extracting money out your damn community to take back theirs. Okay?
Yep.
Don't you think why you think these other nations ain't in these ritzy suburb white neighborhoods? Because they don't want them in their neighborhood, bro.
Exactly.
White America don't give a shit about you. They ain't never gave a shit about you. You don't, listen, man, you had this, I'm gonna let you get back out. I just want to say this last one. Excuse me, bro. Yeah, this Hispanic dude talking about Hispanics built America. John Leguizamo, a couple, I think you was talking about that a month or so ago.
Yeah.
How the hell? How the hell they built this America when America was built on 3 centuries? The 1600s, when black people started coming to this country, the 1700s, and the 1800s. And in the 1865, the so-called emancipation, what they claimed that we were free, because we were never really goddamn free. Okay? Let's get that straight. Okay? What year was they there?
Emancipation don't mean free anyway. Emancipation means like, I'm not going to take care of your ass no more. That's what that means.
That's it. That's all it means. But my thing is, when check this out, the first crop of Hispanics that came to this country speaking Spanish was Puerto Ricans. That's in the 1920s. Now the Mexicans probably was here, but they ain't helped with a goddamn thing building America. And not no damn Colombians either. No disrespect, but you didn't do shit.
None of them.
You ain't do shit. What'd you do?
None of them, bro. None of them, brother.
You feel what I'm saying? Everybody wants to.
If they claim they built America, why didn't they build where they came from?
Why did they, if their country was so great and all the opportunities in the world was over there, they would have stayed their ass over there. They wouldn't have came over here looking for a better life.
Big fact.
You feel what I'm saying?
Big
Everybody always want to take credit for our people's shit. It's just like you got the hip hop shit talking about, oh, the Hispanic, they help with it. Nigga, you ain't this shit. Stop. Dude, I seen old videos of our people rapping in the 1940s, bro. Hear me?
Yeah. Yep. Exactly.
And
well, I'm gonna get the first one was what was his name? Yeah.
Cab Calloway. It was a brother. No, but I first one of the first people I seen rhyming. It was like a gospel rhyme, but they was rapping about. So I can't remember. Yeah, you saw that, right? Yeah.
I know about them.
Yeah, but that shit was from the 1940s, bro.
Brothers had guns and money signs and shit. The same shit we was doing today. They was doing that. They had guns in their hands and they was rapping. And they was actually doing the Bone Thugs and Harmony style.
Mm-hmm.
Really, that's what they was doing. Dude was spitting that same cadence as Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Yeah.
Yes, but I mean to add the brother, I would like to say this to you.
Yeah.
Also as well, we've always been here, bro.
Of course.
I mean, I understand. I mean, I know you know.
Some of us.
You
I mean, there was a remnant of us here, but some of us did come over here on those ships too. Okay, that's fact.
Well, I mean, you know, that could be your experience or your families or whomever you're speaking of. But as far as my family,
yeah,
my family wasn't brought.
No, I'm not saying you. My grandfather was a dark-skinned black man coming from the Iberian Peninsula. Now, you had our people that were slaves over there in Spain and Portugal and all that shit. That I come from that remnant of our black people. Now, I'm only the second generation born in this country, and my father would be first generation and his sisters. But that's still part of my history. That y'all still my people, no matter what. You feel me? Still my people, and I'm still concerned about what my people went through over here because I'm a part of that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right.
When I seen Roots in 1977, I was like 10 years old when it came on. That shit affected me then. You know what I'm saying? When I seen the people getting beat by whips and lynched and all of that and that story, that shit affected me to this damn day. You feel me? What I'm saying? But what I'm saying to you is, black people's problem is you trying to make your oppressors love you when all they good for is using your ass. They ain't gonna never love you. They ain't gonna never accept you, man. You dig what I'm saying? Ever.
They're not.
They not.
Give that up. We give that up right there. Not gonna happen.
Yeah. But if I'm wrong, please tell me.
No, you're not wrong, bro.
No, I'm not trying to seek nobody. Listen, it's like I respect Muhammad Ali, right? And I give him more respect than any black athlete of this era. Any of them niggas. Because I'm going to say it like this. When he did what he did in 1967, man, this man risked everything, bro. Everything. You talking money, millions of dollars just to stand for a cause, for his people. You ain't going to never find no black man or woman that got that goddamn heart today. Willing to risk it all. You feel me? None.
Today, bro. They're not going to do it, bro.
Nah, because the money's too damn much important. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's like when you in the music industry, man, you know, please, I know you know, man, some of the shit these niggas got to do to make it. Nigga.
Yeah.
You gonna sell your soul? Yo, dude, I heard one of these brothers say, yo, man, you don't know. They make these people do all these rituals and turning niggas into homos, man. Telling you straight.
Yeah.
They videotape that shit. You know, just because if you act up, they'll release that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Got it on you.
That's
they
it.
Do the dirt with you to get the dirt on you. That's what they do, bro.
You know what I'm saying? But now when we going back to this case here, man, it's like, I know a brother that used to be a police officer, right? And he used to tell me, he used to work out of I can't remember the police station in Brooklyn, New York. I'm in Queens, but a lot of my family from Brooklyn. He told me, man, when he used to work on the police force, they used to go up to him and tell him like, "Yo, how many collars you can get for us today." You know what that means? That means go putting false charges on people.
Mm-hmm.
My man, and they was on my man's ass for years because he wouldn't do it. He said, "You know what, man? I'm retiring." I said, "Nah, man, I'm not gonna go out there and arrest a person that ain't did a damn thing." Now I know a nigga. He's part of one of these Israelite camps. I know who you know these niggas. IUIC. Yeah, I know you know who probably you might have heard of the nigga that run that. Yeah, you know that nigga. I know that nigga personally. Okay.
Yeah.
I know that nigga personally. I know when one of my homeboys, it was like in the 90s. I can't remember what year he told me, like 97, 98. This nigga actually brought the Rosicrucians in the organization and told them, "Look, man, they got an offer for us, man. Let's take it." Okay. Now, I Googled how much this boy is worth. In 19, right? Boy was worth 55 mil. 20, he was worth 80. 21, he worth 120. And last year, he was worth 150. Okay? All of that is a smoke screen to push forth an agenda, man. That's what I'm trying to say. It's all pushing the agenda to destroy our people and keep the focus on a man rather than God. That's what it's all about.
Exactly. And they spare no expense when it comes to their fuckery. They spare no expense when it comes to keeping us down. They spare no expense for that. They work, and not only that, they lose sleep trying to do it. While we're sleeping and resting, they spare no expense, and they do not, and they work in shifts to maintain white supremacy.
That's it. But I'm gonna keep it real. See, to me, I mean, I look at white supremacy as an optical illusion. To me, the white man had to create a narrative to make himself seem supreme, even though he is not. You understand what I mean?
That's what I mean.
Because check this out:
Yes.
if they are supreme as much as they claim they are, everything that we about, they would leave it alone. They wouldn't try to dance like us, sing. Everything our people do, they copy our shit. All the music genres that all these record companies make money off of, every one of them is black music. All of them shits, man. Even goddamn country music is our shit. Okay?
Tell them.
And classical music, we created that shit too. And I'm gonna keep it 100. Two of the most important instruments in history was created by black people. I'm gonna keep it 100. It's the guitar and piano. Black people created that shit, bro. Okay. Do you know how many? Do you if you Google the inventions? I'm sorry if I'm talking a little too long.
No, go ahead, brother. You got it.
If you Google how many inventions that our people gave to the world, all the nations of the world would shut their goddamn mouth up, bro. You feel me? They would keep their mouth shut because
traffic would be.
That's right.
If it wasn't for a brother. And police will have a lot hard time of catching us without that walkie-talkie that one of us invented.
That's right.
One of us invented that, bro. And they will have a hard time with surveillance too, because a black woman created the surveillance system.
The security systems, the security systems like for buildings in your house and shit. That's a black woman created that shit in the 1965.
Exactly.
Do you know that? Do you? Yeah. Can I say one more?
Brother Jay, I would then ask you when you speak of you saying, I mean, because for me, if we want to go to another level, we would say that we are of the world, right? Like we're of the whole world. All of this is really ours, right? But to just stay home, right? Would it lead you to know that you wasn't brought off a slave ship or not? That's my question.
I'm not saying all of us will. A lot of our people came to this country before anybody was here. That's a fact. That's facts too. But a lot of us also came here on them ships. That's facts too. Okay. But what these people have always tried to do is try to put us against each other. See, I'm gonna keep it real. This is not racist. This is a fact. Everything this country has ever done to destroy our people has always backfired. It's like they put the abortion clinics in our black neighborhoods under some white hoe named Margaret Singer, who said all black children should be put to death. That's what this bitch said, straight talk. All right.
Yeah.
Then in the 70s, it was a big problem with these white women wanting to kill their children. Now, who you think played a part in that? The Almighty. Feel what I'm saying? Then they put the drugs in it backfired. They put the drugs in our community in the 70s and the 60s and in the 80s with the crack. Now you got all these white kids on smack. Every time they think they doing something to destroy you, the Almighty come to the defense of us and put it back on them.
Can't argue that, brother. Can't argue that. Can't argue against that, bro.
No doubt.
And if they was, I say white supremacy with quotes, and only because it's a mindset. It's not that they are.
No, there you go. That's what it is.
It's a mindset.
It's an optical illusion. Yeah,
exactly. And also, if they were so supreme, they wouldn't have to lie, cheat, steal, murder, and all that. You know what I'm saying? If you were better than somebody, you would just be better. And that's the reason why they don't want. That's the reason why they don't want us to teach their true history, calling it critical.
It'll make them look bad.
It'll make them look bad, and it'll point them and show their people that they are not as great as they say they are. They're not. We are as great as they say they are.
And check this out. If white supremacy is as bad as they claim it is, they the shit. You know what I'm saying? Then why every war you fought, you had to come get us to help you fight? You the badass. You supposed to. You know. And check it out. Who you think helped you win goddamn World War II? We did. Remember the black the Tuskegee Airmen? Everybody know them,
brother. Civil War and everything.
But I'm dealing with World War II. All of that's you 100 on that. But I'm talking about World War II. Did the Tuskegee Airmen? They didn't lose not a pilot. Nobody died amongst them.
They didn't lose not one pilot. They was the cavalry, and they went there and kicked ass, and didn't lose not one man.
That's right.
Not one.
Not one. We don't help you. Every war, civil revolution, every war, World War I. I got family that fought in World War I and II and Korea and Nam. I ain't got shit from it. All right. What I'm saying to you is, I would ask any black man or woman in the military, if you fighting, right, that's gonna better our people or help our people by you fighting any award that America jump in, I get it then. But why you gonna fight a war for people that when you come home, your people are not gonna obtain no respect?
Big fact. And you're not even getting the so-called liberties that you defending.
That's it.
Won't even get that, bro.
Nah.
That's a mockery of fighting their wars, bro. You don't even get the liberties that you defend. Crazy.
But our people are crazy, man. Listen, I'm gonna keep it real. Listen, the only thing for this me speak, the only thing that's good for black people is that all the coons must go. That's it. That's the only way we ever gonna come up, man.
I don't have a single iota of argument when it comes to that, bro.
The coon Negro got to go, because as long as they exist, they gonna hold us back. They gonna hold us back, bro. It's check this out. Me, you talking, us three here talking on here right now. We believe in the betterment of our people. Our people getting together, coming together, learning what love and respect is. I believe in all that shit. All right. And me personally, me speaking for me, it ain't about the bag. Okay. It's not about the bag. I can have all the money in the world and my people still killing each other. Because check this out. I'm going to say this quick point. A couple months ago, right? Like 2 months ago, 3 months ago it was, when Angela Bassett, right? They gave the Academy Award to Jamie Lee Curtis, and she was upset. You know
Yeah.
what pissed me off with her? And I would say to Angela Bassett, if I met her in real life, your people are being killed in this country every day by these people, white supremacists, white police officers. Is that winning that damn award more important than your people's well-being in this country? Because
That's a good question, brother.
to me, it seemed like that award is more important than what her people are going through in these streets of America. The bitch had the nerve to get mad.
See, the thing is,
yes,
they like to receive accolades from our enemy.
That's
See,
it.
they take the Grammys and the Tonys and the Emmys as a more
Academy
prestigious
Award,
from as opposed to our award shows with our people. They don't see like the award shows that we give as prestigious as these other awards. And that's what you get for wanting accolades from people that's not your people. That's not your people. Nope. So why would you? I mean, your accolades coming. I would rather have it. I'd rather you be proud of me than them. I would. But they'll rather receive accolades from their enemy, and they'll be so proud of it.
Now, what's your take on this Jamie Foxx situation?
Oh, brother. Anybody who served to the detriment of our people is my enemy. I don't care who it is. You can look like me, but if you are serving to the detriment of our people, you are my enemy. And for a long time, I know who they're saying is behind it, but I'm gonna go there with this dude. For a long time, I've always seen P. Diddy as our enemy. He's our enemy because I know he exploited artists.
Yep.
He's the most successful person ever on his label. If you look at Total, if you look at Carl Thomas, if you look at 112, Big is gone. Craig Mack is gone. Black Rob is gone. G. Depp's in prison for the rest of his life. Everybody else besides himself, nobody else is successful. Faith had enough sense to get.
I'm surprised I'll Be Sure still here.
Al B. Sure was writing an tell-all book. He ended up in the hospital. Kim Porter dead because she was writing a tell-all book about him. Andre Harrell mysteriously fell down a flight of steps and he's dead.
I think personally, man, he molested Justin Bieber, the little white boy, and I think he molested also Usher when Usher was like 12, 13 years old or something, man. That's how they get down in that world, bro.
His mentor is Clive Davis, man. Come on.
Clive Davis admitted he was bisexual, bro. He go both. Switch hitter.
So hold up, because let me rewind back to who's gone, because back in the 90s, let me say this, y'all. Me and Carl Thomas, I've met him in person. We wrote, we was in Jersey, we went to the stores together, stuff like that. And it was first, doing what they was doing. I've met Biggie in person myself. I've really, and this is my real life, y'all. I'm from North Carolina. You know what I'm saying? I'm from Green. I'm gonna tell you right now because I gotta be truthful, and my truth is my truth. I'm from Greensboro, North Carolina.
Where?
Okay, Greensboro.
Oh, Greensboro.
North
What's
Carolina.
your last name? I got people down in Greensboro. Then
my last name is Moore. My last name is Moore.
Okay.
I got two. I got my brothers. I can't say my brother's name because they're super wild.
Yeah, no problem.
However, but I've met these folks. I've known these folks since the 90s, even before they became famous. This is before they became famous. right? I knew then in the early 90s that this guy wasn't correct or right.
Something was
So,
wrong with him.
but my yeah, but I was trying to listen to that when you said who was gone. You said Craig Mack is gone,
Yeah.
Craig Mack died a few
and
years ago.
Yeah,
and
about
who
2 years ago,
else?
right? Something like that.
And
Black
who
Rob is
else?
gone. Black
Yep.
Rob.
Uh-huh.
He's gone.
And who else?
G Depp is in prison for the rest of his life. Shine is in Israel somewhere.
That was the one with
And
that thing that when Jennifer Lopez and
Judy.
Puffy or something got in trouble for him
Yeah,
in
exactly.
'99. Yeah, that was
Yeah, he's in Israel somewhere. He did the time, came home with the Israel, became an Israelite, and he's in Israel somewhere. But everybody this dude was in contact with
either
is
dead.
dead or brought to ruins.
That's it.
Total is from my area. They're from my area, all three of them.
Mm.
They're from my area. And they sold
Are you from
millions of
Mount Vernon?
records. No, Total's not from Mount Vernon. Total's
No, you from Mount Vernon though?
No, I'm from Jersey.
Oh, okay, Jersey. Well, you close to me. I'm from New York, so you close.
Total's from New Jersey.
Okay.
All
Yeah.
three of them.
Mm-hmm.
And they sold millions of records. Don't got nothing to show for it.
Mm.
Because of the dirty deeds that this dude did, that Diddy did. Locks pushed up on him in the studio in front of everybody and said, "Look, we want our money."
Remember with TLC?
TLC ran up in Clive Davis' office
with a gun.
And the man, and guess who told on them? The aforementioned brother, Diddy. Yep.
Punk ass.
It's a punk.
Well, you know what? Any man, when you sign your name in blood, it's a staple of what's gonna happen to your ass. I'm gonna keep it 100. I'm gonna keep it 100. All of that money it seems like gold is good now because you still here, you alive. But the man upstairs gonna close your eyes, my boy. He gonna close your eyes. And the nigga that you sold out to, I'm gonna keep it real. The nigga you sold out to, you will meet him. And I'm gonna say this too. He ain't gonna welcome you with open arms. He gonna beat your ass because that's the part of the bargain. Believe me.
And also, I know emphatically that they do the dirt for you to get the dirt on you. And when they decide to come for him, they gonna have the evidence because they was there.
Yep.
And that's how they gonna deal with him. They break their tools. He would not be a broken tool in a shed. They break their tools when they done with them.
Well, I only wanted to add because I'm about to jump off. When you go to they sad parties, ooh, it's a lot goes on.
Have you ever been in one of them?
In DC, and when I tell you when it goes into it, because they did in back in the day, they had a Pandora box, and anybody that's really know about what I'm talking about, they had a Pandora box place that you can go to.
Okay.
Everything is laid out for you to all to go in and do whatever you want to do if you're mixing and doing anything, or however you do. And this is multiple places that you can go to, and this happens, folks.
What did you
don't
see
have
there
to
that turned your
engage.
what did you see there that turned your stomach? I mean, the things you seen just had to like raid in your spirit, man. What did you see? I mean, did you see any of this? Yeah.
Well, first and foremost, everything, man, woman, or whatever. I'm gonna keep it classy. No, I'm gonna keep it classy.
Nah, I ain't say
Man,
you. I mean,
woman, and
no doubt.
said things, do all things. Okay? Man, woman, do all things.
Wow.
Okay? And they do these things in these places. Like, listen, I would name a certain aspect of a man that I was dealing with while I was living in DC. Said companies that I mean, they millionaires, but they small. But you know what I'm saying. But
Mhm.
said things happen, people, and I'm not ashamed of who I am, and I am never indulged in said things. I've been exposed to said things, and that's how come so folks know who I am. Even folks that have brought people to said states that I am from to kind of like work in certain said stores that are now big artists that y'all
Mhm.
see, that y'all like, oh, she's this or that. She was there in my little city. Is not my city was never little, but she said was there. Said folks that I've been met before he even came across even her. And y'all be like, oh, she's this or that. Hmm. And I ain't gonna say who said folks is,
If I
but she
you know,
was there.
I used to secure a lot of those cats. The gigs though, I never went to no parties or mansion parties or nothing, none of that private stuff. I used
They
to I
wow.
used to bring them to the gig and get them out of there. That's the most myself and my team did. We got them to the
They
gigs, secured the gigs.
wow.
Yeah, that's all we did. We didn't do nothing else.
They wow people. And they
Yeah, I
only
know
said wow because people put okay, this is a true tale when people put batteries in people back. Well, go ahead, let loose, do this, go ahead. And people get themselves caught up in the aspects. If I do this, if I let loose, if I go here or whatever, then I'm gonna be, not exposed, but you will be exposed eventually. And yes, as long as I get to this money, don't never fall for money, people. Don't you ever fall for a fiat, ever in your existence, in your experience. It'll lead you to your demise.
And a lot
What
of
you
these
have to
people,
stand on,
yeah.
the only thing you should be standing on is your truth, whom you truly are. Stand there. Don't be a sucker. Don't go over here saying I gotta stay with my. Even if your brother doing it, don't do what your brother doing. If he out there wilding, don't do it. Sister, if your sister out there wilding and if she doing something, don't you do it that way either. Stand on the greatness of yourself and just being just the best version that you know you was when you saw envisioned yourself how you are. Keep envisioning that. That will see you through. Envision yourself as being the greatest of all of everything. Stay there. Don't worry. Don't you concern yourself about no monies. None of that. Because as long as you stay away from the fakeness, it's already there for you. It's already on a platter.
Yeah,
And
they
I'm
will. Yeah, they will try to proposition you with what they think that you are hungry for.
Yeah.
They would try to dangle that in your face and try to proposition you because they think everybody are whores. Everybody are not whores. Now, I will always mention my homie because he's my homie. We grew up together in the same projects. My homie Jaheem didn't go for that.
Mm.
Didn't go for it. He came back to Jersey. He said, "Nah, I can't do what they expect. He's not built like that."
Mm.
So everybody's not. When you see a brothers that's doing their stuff indie and doing their own thing, it's because they're not willing to do what's in their industry. They're not willing to do it. And I commend brothers and sisters who refuse to do that. And I commend brothers and sisters who've seen that stuff and exposing it. I commend them.
But if you check out Beyonce, right, when she first started, right, she was talking about, God, and she was a church girl and all that shit. Once she got around Jay-Z, that satanic nigga, her whole life was destroyed because he got her involved in all of that. insanity, bro.
Yeah,
He
but
gotta, yeah.
not for nothing, bro. Even when I used to watch Destiny's Child when they were younger, and they would say something like, "I'm not gonna let nobody, what they say, jeopardize her Christianity." But look what she was wearing when she said that on the video.
Hmm.
Look what she was dressed like a harlot when she was saying that. You compromised your own damn so-called Christianity by what you was wearing. See, all of them, they're getting into this business. It's an industry, it's a business. So nobody wants to conduct a business and industry and don't make no money. And it's not about the talent, because there's a whole lot of talented people out there. It's some brothers and sisters out there that can MC and they could sing for real. But it's not about their talent, it's about what you're willing to do. Because it's some less than marginal talents out there getting money because they're willing to do whatever. But they're less than marginal talent and they're promoted and they're pushed. We got two of you, brother, on the
Yeah. My shit keep can you take one out?
You gotta click on one of them because you're getting an echo.
Okay.
One of them. Yeah, because when I first seen them, they were young, probably like 14, 15 years old, Destiny Child, and they looked, it was little girls. But they look totally different now. Look totally different. And witchcraft and all that other nonsense. They're into that now. Do a mic check, brother.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, can you click off one of your okay, I'll take one of them off because
Yeah. All right, let me know. Let me know when you took it to take them out.
Okay, I took one off.
Okay, can you hear me? Okay, cool. Yeah, man. That industry. Oh damn, I'm still messing up. Hold up. Yeah, that industry is a man. You got to give up everything to be a part of that life.
And some people are willing to sacrifice, their soul for money, fame, and notoriety.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, it's not worth it.
Nah.
And once you start dealing with these people, once you start doing things, they're going to continuously want you to do things. They'll never be satisfied with what you've done. They constantly asking you to do this and do this and do this and do this. And because a lot of people, they start to age because they're tired as hell. You see some of them, they're young.
It's like it's ripping their soul out of their body.
Exactly. I'm a lot older than a lot of these cats, but they look way older than me.
Because you can look at them, what's that little white boy? Justin Bieber, man. He whacked out.
Because he's probably being passed around.
Yep.
And they get tired.
Yep.
And that's the reason why they age a whole lot, bro. And some of them never be the same. A child star. You look at, a child star, they was in the industry early. And then when they get older, look at
Corey Haim.
Corey Haim, Corey Feldman, Gary Coleman, Dana Plato, all of them,
Todd Bridges.
Todd Bridges. If it wasn't for Chris Rock, Todd Bridges would have been somewhere else, but he gave him a recurring role on the Everybody Hates Chris. But the other two died tragically. Their stardom was drained. All their talent and their stardom was drained out of them as children, and by the time they became adults, they couldn't get no roles. They couldn't get no roles, and all their talent was drained out of them, and actually they were actually blackballed.
Mm.
That's what the industry do to you.
Yep.
It's dirty. It's a dirty
that's
industry.
what it did to what's her name? Monique.
Yeah. That's what they do.
Well, do you really think they base it on talent?
No, they don't base it on talent. They base it on, because I'm gonna see it like this: if they if they base it on talent or the lack of thereof, where will Lil Nas X be?
Nowhere.
He's a less than marginal talent. Less than marginal.
Mm.
Way less than marginal talent who is actually pushed in the face of people, forced on the people. I said it, I think it was my last stream. Who is going to go see him? He's forced on us on TV because if he's doing a commercial or if you're into award shows, which I haven't watched in years because they're whack.
That's
Even
right.
the hip hop one, whack. I don't know what they're calling it today, but these less than marginal talents are forced on our people. I always say he can't pack a stadium. I don't even think he can pack a high school auditorium. Nobody going to see him, or nobody letting their children go see him.
And I heard it. He ain't even really a sweet ass. That's just the role he playing.
I heard he's trolling too. But I always say this also. What he do on stage, my man used to get locked up every week for.
Mm.
Bobby Brown used to get locked up for that.
What you think about this clown, little Lucy Vert or whatever that is? You know what I'm talking about?
See, I'm oblivious.
I don't even
to
know
that.
who these young punks is.
I'm oblivious to that because if it's not somebody I already know, or he had to be real good for me to be like, okay, I'm gonna pay attention to this cat. But other than that, I'm oblivious to who's doing music today.
Mm-hmm.
They got to be special, like a October London or Ori Lennox or somebody like that. Got to be somebody like that. They special. You got to pay attention because they dope. They're exceptional. But other than
I
that,
don't look at none of these young cats as exceptional. Well, anyway, none.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know.
I mean, if you was was you around in the 80s? Remember the 80s?
I'm 3 years away from 60, bro. Yes, I
was. Okay, you in my bracket. You in my bracket. So you know what you know. The 80s was when rap, and I say 90s, was when it at its peak. Now these young punks coming up now, they ain't got no talent. None. And no staying power either.
Nah. It's some cats in the community they're straight fire. Mm-hmm. But the radio is not trying to see them. They're trying to see that whack shit because they got an agenda. If back in the days when we was coming up the golden era, shit, a lot of the cats in the community would be out there.
Yep.
Because they spit real shit. But the shit you hear on the radio,
But
I don't even listen to the radio.
Remember back in the 80s, you had like rap groups here in New York. They was trying to put a message out. Black unity.
No doubt.
Remember that song, Self-Destruction?
Yeah.
It came out in the 80s. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I heard Jamie Foxx, he said he went to like a meeting And he said, look, we trying to push this agenda on black people. We wanted negativity out there, gangsters, you know, thugs and all that shit. Nothing positive. And these little niggas fall for it because
That's
they
when
want that money, they want that bag.
That's when the prison industrial complex had the meeting with the record executives, and that's when they tied the prison culture, the gangster culture, the drug culture. They tied all those different negative cultures into hip hop, and that's when all the foolishness started. All that
But I think it
after
started with with these LA rappers, man. NWA first.
NWA. In all actuality, NWA was anti-establishment.
Okay.
They was anti-establishment because they were saying fuck the police. They was talking against drugs and all that. They was talking against drugs. They was saying you a fool for doing drugs, but 3 years later, Drake came out with the Chronic. Why? Because he had a meeting. He went to a meeting.
The Chronic, what year that came out of? What, 92? 3?
92.
Something like that.
92. 92 because Doggy Style came out 93.
Yeah, that was what Snoop.
Yeah. All of a sudden, you know, he came out with the Chronic. Then he came out with, you know, with Doggy Style and all the, Chronic 2000. They changed. But with NWA, they was anti-establishment. They was talking to all that. They was like on the gangster tip, but it was like street knowledge, social awareness. But they had to stop that. Because not only was our children gravitating towards that, their children was also. Because if you went to a PE concert, a whole lot of white people jumping up and down.
Yep.
Listen to Chuck D call them devils. And they loved it.
That's right.
Straight up, bro.
Yeah, man.
You have
it's a whole different genre, man. And
you're right.
You know, I mean, these young cats make more money, but it's like the talent ain't there no more, bro. It ain't there.
They make a whole lot of money, brother. You're right about that. They make a whole lot of money, but a lot of them are less than marginal talents. And with this new AI thing, you can do a feature with anybody.
Yes.
You know, you can just say, well, I got a feature with such and such. You can do the lyrics and just tweak the voice and sound like whoever you ever wanted to do a feature with.
But you notice what I noticed with these young cats. You know, our generation, brothers could just make shit up on the fly. Just make shit up. These young niggas can't do that. Huh?
Freestyling? Well, that was the thing, bro, back then.
Word. These young punks can't do that shit.
You go to a show improve, bro, and you hear like, I remember going to a show improve over in New York, and it was wall to wall MCs. Wall to wall MCs, but the last one that was rapping, everybody else was rapped out, was Kane. Kane was just still going. He was still going. Had motherfuckers going crazy because he was still going like he was fresh. Just rhyming on top of rhyme. Like, God damn, he killing this.
But I don't see that type of that talent no more, man. I don't see it.
Nah.
But I think
it's a lot of
people back then more than tolerate shit like they doing now. I mean, back in the days, they would be more willing to fight these record companies about certain things and shit. These niggas laying down and letting them roll all over.
You know, they doing something strange for their change, bro.
No doubt.
That's what they do. These days, anyway. See, back then, you know, you signed a contract and then, the Ice Cube thing. Ice Cube went up in there with some goons. I want my goddamn money. That's it. Give me my money. And he wasn't playing.
That's right.
See, the thing is with a lot of our people, we need to understand that if we have the money that some of them have today, we need to stop being scared to invest our money in ourselves, in our people.
But you know what I think? You know what I think of the major problem with that shit? Because all of these celebrities, now they working for the man. Now he want them to push certain agendas. Now they can donate money to the causes that they want them to donate. But as far as like
Go ahead, tell
pumping
me.
that money back in the black community, they ain't gonna do that shit. Because they don't want
Exactly.
our people to rise, come up, bro. You know that. They want them
Yes, and
down
they
in the
always
in the
pushing,
barrels.
and always pushing that, why would you want to go back to your community? You rose above the condition of your people. And they convinced them that they rose above the condition of their people. And you can never do that. You can never do that.
But you
Because
notice,
if you say the wrong thing, they'll put
yeah.
you right back there with the people.
But I noticed about other nations, they about uplifting their people. The Chinese do that. The Japanese do that. The Arab do that. The East Indian do that. They pump money back in their community, help their community. Black people are the only
See,
people that don't do that.
and you know why? You know why? It's because sometimes some of our people talk too much. We don't have to tell what you're doing with your money. You can just say, okay, I'm gonna
You
donate
can
to
do that,
this, or
yeah,
I'm
under
gonna
the
donate to
table.
this. Nobody gotta know shit. I'm gonna
That's it.
donate to this organization, and I'm gonna donate to this one and this one. We're gonna build our community. Nobody gotta know nothing. And not only that, bro, we have to have our own lobby. The reason why a lot of these people get some results is because they got their own lobby. We don't got our own lobby. We don't got our own party. What they should be worried about as far as politics, even though I'm not into politics, but if they're gonna be fighting for a vote, it should be our vote as a people, not Democrat, not Republican, not independent. No. How are we gonna get the black vote? We need to have our own lobby and send some representatives in. What you gonna do for us? You don't do if you don't have no agenda for us, we ain't fucking with none of you.
But you know, a lot
That's
of
it.
our people, you know what our people don't understand? They part all of these different political parties, which ain't doing shit for none of us. But I'm gonna tell our
Exactly.
people something who vote Democrat. Y'all don't even know that the Democratic Party was started by the Ku Klux Klan. Y'all don't know that shit.
So
Am I right?
see, you're right. And not only that, I always say that the Democratic Party, you got the Republican Party, you have the
Mm,
Democratic Party, you
right.
have the jackass, you have the elephant, you have the left wing or the right wing, but they're still on the same bird. Bird got both wings. And they both and if they flapping, the bird going in the same direction. The wings going in the same direction. So you can't distinguish a Democrat from a Republican. They're the same damn people. It's all depending on how you want to be stabbed. The Democrat will stab you in your back. Republican will come and stab you right in your damn chest.
Mm.
Me, I'm a defensive fighter. I'd rather fight a Republican so I can see it coming and counter. But a Democrat gonna come and stab you behind your fucking back. But I don't trust neither one of them.
Oh no.
Neither
But
one
I
of them. You have any closing statements, brother? Because I want to end this
yeah,
stream right now.
I don't think our
I
people as a whole know the solution of our
I
people's
appreciate
problem.
you, brother.
No doubt. If you come on again, man, definitely again, leave that link in there, man. I will come back.
I appreciate it, brother. You contribute some very pertinent information, and I salute you for that, brother. Thank you.
So I'm gonna
So
go,
did the
man.
sister.
Yeah, I'm gonna say thank you for letting me on your platform, and I delivered a little gems to our people, man, and I hope they learn something from it. And I'm
I
gonna say this:
appreciate it.
put up the likes and share this video and subscribe to the brother channel. Help the brother out, build his channel up, man, so he can start doing good work.
Indeed. I appreciate you, brother.
No problem, my brother. Salute.
Peace to you.
Peace
Salute to
back.
you. Thank you to the sister. Grateful for coming up. Thanks for my brother OG Green Machine, my brother Big Dog Philly OG, my brother Kate Paper Chase, my brother Bronze Flat Power God, the sister Grateful. Salute to the Jewel 512. Salute to Bronze Flat Power God, the Tad Show. Thank you all for coming through. I appreciate it. And I hope this stream was enjoyable to you all. This is The Enemy's Public. And I am Bro.Nasir. Like, share, subscribe. Leave a comment in the comment section. Peace.
Yo, the enemy's public, I gotta keep my eyes open. Pay attention, stop walking around like you blindfolded. This not the World Cup, but Nasir be kicking knowledge. This is the type of information you can never learn in college. It's time to fight back, it's no more trying to play it cool. We got interviews, podcasts, and got the latest news. So sit back and relax, we about to get it started. Earth is a canvas, and guess who's the con artist? They brainwashing us, the system corrupted. You are now rocking with the enemy's public. You are now rocking with the enemy's public. I said you are now rocking with the enemy's public. Hey.